Finally, y'all all wanted it. Y'all been asking. Y'all been begging for it. I first want to say thank you.
No, thank you.
Me and you have a great relationship, so I'm glad that you're doing this. It's something that has been
Right.
in the works for a while, but you're too busy. I'm busy.
Don't do that. It's my first time in New York in a long time.
Well, yeah, I'm very happy you're here too. You enjoying yourself, first of all?
I am.
Okay, so let's go right into it. I'm going to do something different for the beginning of the interview.
Okay.
As you know, a lot of people like you. You inspire them. They just love you. So I made a post earlier and asked them, if they have questions,
Okay.
I'll ask you. So what we're going to do for this segment, I'm going to ask you the questions for this first one. And until the time run out for the first segment. So let's see how many you can get done. Okay? And just remember, these are your feelings. At the end of the day, whatever you feel is what you feel.
Okay.
Question number 1 from Rashad Wilkins. Who is your femme queen idol? Who do you look up to?
I wouldn't say that I have a femme queen idol. It's not that I don't think that there are women and men in my community who don't do great things and who, I may be inspired by people, but to me it's a difference to be inspired and then to kind of like to idolize someone. So no, I don't have any femme queen idols. I do commend all the ladies like in the scene or in my community who do great things. Like I know like as of now there's like Laverne Cox and then there's Carmen doing some things or whatever. But I mean, like, it's a lot of girls making like a lot of different moves. But as far as me say like idolizing someone, no, I don't idolize anyone.
Okay. The king of pop trash, Nick Jenner, asked, "Why are you so damn fine?"
Well, thank you first. I would say genetics. Like, you know what I mean? People always make it out to seem like, oh, she's pretty because she's had all this work or because she's like carved at or like however they want to put it. But in my opinion, like I was born beautiful. So I guess I would give, thanks to my parents and genetics and things like that. I've had my enhancements, but it doesn't take much, or it didn't take much. And I don't think that the few things that I may have had done determined, say, like if I was beautiful or not. Like, it just kind of helped a little bit.
Okay. Katrina Dre Galici asked, "Do you watch Femme Queen performance? If so, who is your top 5?
I don't watch it. When I was in the ballroom scene, I would see it, but I haven't been to a ball in so long, or like even participated. Like I couldn't even say.
Okay. Pretty Ricky the Socialite asked, "With the world being as critical as it is and social media having so much influence on people's perception of us, how do you remain so confident and humble and focused on what's really important in life?"
To me, like, it's all about what drives you. Contrary to popular belief, I don't know what people think or what they may know, but I'm not really doing what I'm doing for attention. Like, it's nice and it comes along with it, but my main goal is to provide for myself and to be able.
Wait, don't touch on that yet, because that's going to go into my interview. Yeah, but okay, so that right there is something I wanted to ask. Right
Okay.
there.
Well, okay. I'll just say, like, you just have to stay focused at the task at hand. I know the things that I want to accomplish, and I know what I have to do to get there. So when you're so focused on kind of like accomplishing your goals, then you really don't have time to worry about the other things that may not matter that much.
Okay. Lyra Mann asked, "What was the hardest part of transitioning in the beginning for you?"
The hardest part for me, and it actually is crazy how it goes, because when I first transitioned, or when I first even thought about transitioning, like I had a boyfriend at that time, and I was in my former state or my previous state, and he cheated on me. He happened to cheat on me like as soon as I started doing drugs, or you know what I mean, just kind of like even getting my feet wet. He cheated on me with a guy who almost kind of looked like me. I don't know, like I kind of hesitated because I don't really think that people look like me, but in a way, we had common characteristics, and it was like you know what I mean, like a tough blow. And plus, I was younger, so I would say like my biggest hesitation, or the hardest part at first, was me kind of like, you can't really do anything in life unless you love yourself, and you have to kind of genuinely love yourself. And I think at that time I didn't know myself completely, so I was so worried about would people like me, or would people love me, or like just where I would fit in. Like I was so concerned with where I would fit in, and I think that kind of made me hesitate. And it's crazy because within transitioning and within me taking that step and actually kind of living life, like as far as me dating and just everything, like it's just like one of the best decisions that I've made in my life. So it's so crazy how one of my biggest kind of reservations is something that like actually worked out in the end.
Okay. Richard Ramos asked, he had a question for the lovely Inside and Out of Amiyah. Your brand has been successful in the U.S. Have you ever thought about branching out into other countries as far as Europe, South America, Canada?
I mean, I have. Like, it's crazy because you may mention my brand, and it's not that I don't know the power that I may possess or the potential of things like that, but it's just weird because in a sense it's just kind of what people do things for. Like, I mean, now of course I have my game face on, and I mean, even if you're given something kind of unexpectedly, you'll still do what you have to do with it if you're smart. So I know that I can use my potential or use my platform or whatever to do certain things, but it's just crazy because all I really wanted to do was to have a family and to like cook in a little floral dress and to have a husband and things of that nature. So to continue on with life and to, I guess, have all these opportunities kind of given to me, I just have to adjust and think. So of course I would love to take over the world or to go global or to open up stores or chains or anything in all these different places, but it's just I mean, I guess I'm thinking about it now, if that makes sense. Like I'm kind of figuring out what I have to do or what I want to do right now.
Okay. Alicia McCain asks, how do you feel about the girls that look up to you and that would like to build a real bond with you, like herself?
Girls as far as like females.
I guess it's a young trans woman, like, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm always open to give advice. Like again, like I said before, I was a young girl before, and the crazy part about it is, like even before I decided to transition, I didn't even know what transitioning, you know what I mean, kind of was. Like I didn't have someone to talk to, and the few girls who were in New Orleans who I may have looked up to, it was always like a slight type of, you know what I mean, shade and jade, and I would be there for them, like, you know what I mean, like people have come to me kind of talking about gay families and things like that. Like I'm always there for advice. Like I follow almost everyone back on Twitter just in case people have like important questions or things like that. But just as far as like I don't know, kind of personal relationships, like I've had gay daughters. Well, I had, you know what I mean, kind of two gay daughters, and it's difficult because at the same time when you're, I mean, like I'm 26 and then my daughter is like,
I'm glad you said that because that was the next question.
yeah, I'm 26 and then my daughter is like, I believe they range from like 21 to 23 or whatever, but it's just kind of like it's kind of like a tug of war, like, you know what I'm saying, because you'll let people in and then at the same time like people still want to do their own things, and it's just like I will always be there for advice. But as far as like me having more gay daughters, it just kind of, I love really, really hard. So when I let people into my world and when I let people into my life and when I say that I'm there for someone, and then I'm an only child. So even though I may, you know what I mean, kind of call people my gay children, like I consider them more so like siblings because we're all adults. And to have kind of relationships just kind of go sour and to have it's just a lot sometimes. So again, like I'll always be here to reach out for advice and stuff like that, but I'm just a little more, what's the word, kind of hesitant.
I understand that, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I take that family word kind of very seriously. Right.
Okay. Skip around. Okay. Aubrey Crawford asks, do you ever get tired of random people asking to take selfies with you?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I'm just flattered that they want to take selfies with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I may get caught off guard, or it may be at a time where I may not necessarily want to take a selfie.
Just not in the mood.
But still, I mean, with even not being in the mood, like, you should honestly, you know what I mean, kind of feel flattered if someone wants to take a selfie with you. So it's like, fuck it,
I get it, but sometimes it's okay not to be in the mood.
Maybe so, but I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, okay. How do you feel? Oh, Justin Xavier Jenkins asks, how do you feel about being titled the prettiest transgender woman in the world? And would you ever write a book on your experience?
It's crazy because I'm not like an arrogant person, but I am, you know what I mean? Like I'm cocky, my father always told me, like, if you don't toot your own horn, like no one else will. So I feel like that statement is accurate. it just.
You better feel like
I feel like this
keeping it
statement
real.
is accurate. And I'm flattered again. And here, what was the second part?
Would you ever write a book on your transition?
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually something that I would say that I'm working on. Like, I've started writing certain chapters and stuff like that, but I feel like my life is really going on right now. So I'm just trying to live right now. Like, I think that that's the main thing, because I know someone, like, we had answered a question before, because I'm like that. Like, I'll think about shit that I've said or shit that we've talked about, and just as far as, like, my brain kind of being like all over, or where do I want it to go, like, I'm just in the process right now where I'm trying to live and figure it out. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, how I want to attack. Like, I'm the type of person to whereas you strike once. Oh, puppy.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I love dogs.